guys, it's Anna here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we are back with The Sims, with a current household, guys, of September 2016. So, you may remember, I think I said in my last video, I was planning to do a current household video on this household. And I think I teased it and I said it was called the Blue-Hernandez household. Well, guys, I've got around to making it. It's actually Sunday. Now, I was originally going to do this later, but I actually had plans to send one of these guys to university, so I'm going to do it now. And, this family is living at the moment in Aurora Skies. And we're going to get on to the main stuff now in a minute, but they are living in Aurora Skies, which is a good world, guys. It's a store content world. I like it. Pretty good. It comes with a lot of stuff. They actually originally lived in Isla Paradiso, but I was having some problems with that save. For some reason, there was some party going on, and for some reason, I tried to reset the whole world, and it did not do it for me. So I just decided to move the family to Isla Paradiso instead. Not Isla Paradiso, Aurora Skies. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's get on to this family. So, we have Ricky, who isn't the main guy, but he is the husband. He's currently in work. He's actually a medicine technician, or actually he's a world-renowned surgeon. His mood is done. He still has to do some research, of course, but he should get a raise today, which is good. That's a good thing. And then we have his wife, who I actually started off the family with, is Florita. So Florita, if you don't know, she's actually a pre-made sim in Isla Paradiso. If you've played that world. Now, she was originally pregnant when you start off in Isla Paradiso, but I actually had to sort some stuff out, and I decided to, I'm not going to get into the topic, but pretty much, yeah. And she was with Alfonso Alto, so I just broke them up. And I got her to buy a resort and all that. And, basically. And she met Ricky there. So I'll get into the story now in a minute. How she met Ricky. But yeah. Then they have 3 daughters. Well, actually they have lots more kids. But most of them are young adults. So she actually is never going to age up. Because I used a potion called the Age Freeze Potion. Which is about 65,000, I think, lifetime reward points, or sim reward points. So so this is Florida. She is still a young adult, thanks to that. She actually has some other stuff as well, but that's Florida. Her traits, actually I forgot to say Ricky's traits, but Ricky's traits are brave, workaholic, handy, neat, and a heavy sleeper. So he's a pretty mixed sim. His favorites are pop, cookies, and Irish green, and he ages up into an elder in 49 days. He was actually much younger than Florida when I got down to meat, but at the moment, it's much different. Oh, I did not even notice there were some beds here. Huh. That must be me. So Florida has now, I changed her traits a little as well, but she got the friendly trait because she actually finished a degree. She actually finished a degree in business in university. I'm not actually sending her to university. It's another sim here in this household, but she is she's a handy sim. She got that because she's a top of the nerd group. She is ambitious. She is a schmoozer. She's family orientated. She's nurturing and a great kisser. So originally she had the flirty and actually a commitment issues traits, but I changed those around to those two because she was kind of getting out. She's not cheating anymore or anything like that. She's more internally faithful. But her favorites is in the dim sum and aqua. And she's actually a 3-star celebrity, surprisingly enough. Also Ricky is also in university. I forgot to say this, but he is 36 credits out of 48 credits. So he's nearly finished university. I'm not sending him back for another while, but I'm going to be sending someone else to university. And I'll talk about that now in a minute. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so then we actually have a girl called Priscilla, who's just aged up into a young adult. This is the girl I'm going to be sending to university. She looks pretty decent. I'm surprised how decent she looks. You know, she's like her mother. Now Priscilla is a bit. I actually used the hospital overhaul mod because Ricky cannot have kids anymore, so can't, you know, reproduce kids anymore. So I actually had to use the hospital overhaul mod to get Priscilla, but you know, it's not too bad. If you don't know how I actually got Ricky to not have kids anymore, you know, won't get too deep into the topic, but I used the hospital overhaul mod, and there's an option where you can get them to not have kids, but or actually to well, how would I explain this without going too into detail? More like kind of, you know, disabling him from producing kids, okay, from reproducing kids. So yeah, but yeah, because they have many kids, and we'll get on to that now in a sec. But Priscilla is actually I think she's the 5th or 6th oldest, youngest. She's actually the 3rd youngest at the moment. So yeah, but Priscilla, she got the genius trait because she's also the top of her group. She has the excitable, charismatic, athletic, coward, and ambitious traits. So yeah, her favorites are Diggy Tunes. I think it's Vegetarian Chill and Green. So yeah, and she just ages up in 70 days, and she's a Gemini. I forgot to say these 2 signs, but she's an Aquarius and he's a Sagittarius. But yeah, she's a Gemini. She has lots of memories, guys. She's witnessed a lot of deaths. I don't know how many deaths she's just witnessed, but she's witnessed about like deaths. Yeah, that's one of their sons who's died, but we'll get on to him now in a minute. But yeah, but this is Priscilla. She looks decent, and she actually has a degree in business. If you don't know how I got her to do the business degree, I may have actually, if you go over to my other channel, Hannah FX More, as I actually uploaded a test stream from my Twitch channel, and I actually used this family, well, they're at universities, but yeah, and I think I showed this bar here, saying that she was at university. That was about 2 weeks ago, but yeah, I used the traveler mod to get her to go to university. She has about another 12 credits to do, which I'm going to actually send her now in a few minutes after this video is done. But yeah, so that is Priscilla. She has no job at the moment, but she's going to go to university. But she was homeschooled. She was the only child homeschooled here. And yeah, then she has a kind of a little, actually it's technically her half-sister called Ariana. She's still in school at the moment. She's a teenager. But I actually cloned her from Florida. So Ariana and Blue-Hernandez. And she's a teenager at the moment. She ages up in about 12 days actually. From now, her traits are a great kisser, family orientated, smoother and nurturing. Her favorites is indie, dim sum, and aqua. And she does age up in 12, and she's actually an Aquarius like her mom. And yeah, is there anything I have to say? Well, she has some good friends, of course. She is a grade A student, of course, at high school. She has no jobs. She has the fishing skill and gardening skill, just level 1 of those. Lots of stuff in her inventory. Actually, I should have forgot to say their skills as well. I'm forgetting this. This is my very first parent household, guys. So, I will get better at this. But Ricky's skills, he has 1 athletic, 4 cooking points. He's actually a master at the handiness. He's a master at the he's mastered the logic. He has social networking skill 1, and he has an advanced technology skill 1 as well. And Florida skills are 4 athletic skill points. She has 6 6 charisma skill points, 5 cooking points. She has 6 handiness points. She has 2 logic points and one social networking point, 1 advanced technology point. She has 4 scuba diving points, which is not bad. That's all her skills. And then Priscilla here has a level 7 athletic, level 5 charisma, level 2 cooking, level 1 handiness, and level 10 at dancing, because she became a level 10 dancer somehow. But yeah, she loves ballet, Priscilla, when she was younger, and that's how she got to level 10. And Ariana's skills, I just told you, cooking and gardening. But yeah, that's Ariana. And I don't have any plans for her at the moment, but when she does age up, I'll think about doing stuff with her. But then they have a little girl still with them called her name is Nicole, and I used the option customize DNA or randomize DNA, or engineer baby, I think it's called. But yeah, this is Nicole. She hates the outdoors and she's a couch potato, and her favorite music is soul, grilled cheese, and spiceberry, and she's a Sagittarius like her father. Yeah, so that's Nicole, and you can see there, she has no career. She's pretty good friends with her mom, knows pretty much skills. So yeah, she's just a toddler. She's learned how to walk. She's somewhat into talk. I think she's learning how to talk at the moment, and I think she's a little bit potty trained. But there's also other Sims in this family, which are actually adults already or have died. So let's get on to this. So why is she at the top? Oh yeah, okay. So they have a boy called Jared, and Jared is an adult already, guys. He's actually an adult. He's a friendly. He's a what would I call? Born salesman, eco-friendly, night owl, and good. He's married to a girl called Miriam Day, and they actually have a son together called, I think his name is Norman, which isn't bad, you know. He just started a new job, so good for Norman. But yeah, that's Norman. Yeah, that's him. So that's Jared's son, with Miriam Day, and then their next child is actually Arme. I actually had to mess around with something one day, so he's actually down here, but he should be over here. And Ricky's, he's actually over here, so that's where he's supposed to be. But here's Arme. Arme looks decent. He is with a girl called Hannah. Yes, her name is Hannah, but it's spelled with an A, okay? It's not A-H, like me, okay? But yeah, she is a 3-star celebrity. They just got married recently. I actually will leave pictures or screenshots at the end of the video if I remember to. So if you want to see some screenshots, of course, I'll leave that at the end of the video, because I have 3 or 4 screenshots of their wedding. So if you want to see those, I will put them at the end of the video, if you're interested. But yeah, this is Hannah. She is actually hot-headed, you know. Well, actually, Arme's traits is easily impressed, heavy sleeper, frugal, bookworm, grumpy, and nurturing, and he's with this girl. He's actually unemployed, but he should get a job very soon. She's unemployed as well. They may get jobs very soon. And then they have a daughter as well. Well, Arme has a daughter called Mariah, who he adopted, of course, one day. She's brave, lucky, good sense of humor, and a learner, so that's good for her. And yeah. So then we have Nico, who also has children as well. His name is Nico. Nico is with, at the moment, a girl called Rosita, I think. I'm fine, correct, Lynn. But his traits, Nico, are artistic, athletic, eco-friendly, brave, and bookworm. And he actually went to the, what school? He went to the School of Peace and Love, I believe, if I'm correct. Was it him? Or was it Antonio? No, it was him. And they actually have a daughter together, which they accidentally came across. They have a daughter called Christina. Not going to get too much detail, you know, because I don't want this video age restricted or anything like that. So because a lot of Houston players are mostly teenagers, so, you know, it's fair. Yeah. Well, yeah, most of the people who play it are about under 18 anyway. Though there are still adults, I'm not being racist or anything, you know, playing the game. You know, there is going to be teens watching, so it is a T for teen game, so yeah, or a Peggy 12. But yeah, that's his daughter. Then we move down the line again to Antonio, who's actually dead, unfortunately. I was actually messing around. He did not go to the future, guys. I can tell how I killed him. I just decided to give him how do I exist or something, or where do I exist or something. Moodlet. I can't remember the name of the moodlet because I was messing around with the master controller mod, and you can get them moodlets, of course. So yeah, he has the he died of that because I didn't want to treat him. Very sad. Won't get into too much detail, but he's a heavy sleeper, computer whiz, charismatic, virtuoso, and loves the heat. He's unemployed, of course, because he's dead. But he had no partner or anything like that that I can remember. And then they have their bald boy, or their Evil Knievel. He's actually a doctor, but, you know, he actually was supposed to be the Evil Knievel, and he had to move out because his parents did not agree. And his name is Simon. Now, Simon is actually in a relationship with this girl. Not going to tell how they got into a relationship with each other, but he was still a teen, she was an adult. There was some stuff with the Woohoo mod, so yeah, anyway, yeah, so they got together, and they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Maybe they'll go deeper into their relationship very soon. We'll just have to see, but his traits are evil, light sleeper, vehicle infused, irresistible, and genius. And he's a organ donor. Like his dad, he's a he's in the medicine career, and he's a Sagittarius like his dad as well, so yeah, he's a 1-star celeb, and he's actually went to the mono school, and he's a nerd too, surprisingly. Then we have Priscilla, of course, which I talked about, Arme, and yeah. So before we end this, we'll have a look at Ariana and the two girl. Well, Ricky when he comes home here from work. Excuse me, just farted. I don't know why I just did, but Ricky should come out of work right now. Okay, Ariana's coming. Okay, I'll do that. But yes, there's Ricky. He's just came out of work. He's actually in his work clothes at the moment. What are you doing here, teen? But here we go. This is Ricky, Blue-Hernandez. I will talk about their love story before I go on to the pictures and finish off this video. Screenshots. But Ricky, here he is. He looks pretty cute. He actually he has a completely different outfit on at the moment what he normally wears because he's in work. So yeah. And then they have a daughter called Ariana. Of course, I'll just show it to you now. If you want to have a look. She isn't that bad. She's just coming out. She's actually just under the school building here, going onto the school bus. She looks pretty decent. She's, of course, Florida Blue-Hernandez clone, which isn't bad. Ariana, I'm surprised how good she looks. Beautiful girl. She is with, well, I'm going to try and get her with this guy. Oh yeah, I forgot. Priscilla's actually with Mr. Vinter here, Nikolai or whatever his name, Vinter. He's actually in Science Academy, but they're together. They're boyfriend and girlfriend. He still has to age up. He should age up in the next few days. But yeah. So before we finish this off, I am going to talk about how Priscilla and not Priscilla, excuse me, how Florita and Ricky met. So just finish off this video, current household. So I think Florida, excuse me, was at the resort one day in Isla Paradiso. So this was back in Isla Paradiso, guys. And she was randomly, I think she would have been doing some stuff. I cannot remember what she was doing, guys. I've been playing this household, if you don't want to know, for about 4 weeks now. So they moved to Aurora Skies about 2 weeks ago, in real time. But actually, may have been 3 weeks ago. I can't remember when I moved into Aurora Skies. But yeah, so they met in Isla Paradiso. Lorena was just at the resort one day doing some random stuff. Checking it out, seeing if it was working. I mean, it was only a 3-star resort back then. And she hired Ricky as a, what was it called? A maintenance worker. He was a low quality one, unfortunately. And I was just looking randomly, and then I saw this guy who had the hair, who looked like he was cute. And I was thinking, wait, should I get Florida with this guy? And his name was Ricky, okay? And he was just working randomly, cleaning up one of the bedrooms. They didn't meet for a little while. They met, I think, one day when they were he was doing stuff. They met, and yeah, they got to know each other, and yeah, and they didn't get married at first. They didn't love each other at first. Florida didn't think that Ricky was attractive at all at first, but the unthinkable happened. They fell in love. Ricky, though, felt Florida was hot, but they both they got together, they fell in love with each other still, just because Ricky was homeless, so she kind of said, listen, I'll give you a home. And from there, their relationship escalated. They were engaged, I think, after 2 or 3 days, and I think they were married then, after a little while. I think it took 2 or 3 days for them to get married, and from there, they decided they would start a little family. It took a little while, but they started a little family, and they had Jared actually, I used the hospital overhaul mod. There's the engineered the baby option. I was having some problems with the hospital over there, so I actually had to replace the hospital, but yeah, so they got together, went into the hospital, and they did the engineered the baby option, and they had little Jared, the oldest son, and yeah, and they then, I think from there, they were actually attracted to each other, and since there, they have been married ever since. So yeah, and they've had beautiful kids. They moved into a houseboat. They started a big family together, and yeah, and they actually moved here, I think, because after they were supposed to expect a 4th child in Isla Paradiso, but I forgot to save my game before I did that reset thing, but unfortunately, so I actually had to move them to here, but it's working now, at least this family, and yeah, and then that was it. So guys, before we finish off this video, I am gonna go ahead and leave some screenshots in for you to see, well, after I say my things. I hope you did enjoy this current household. I may do another update in these guys. I'm still playing these in another month, but yeah, this is my Sims 3 current household of September 2016. I hope you did enjoy it. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And before we finish, I am going to show the screenshots, which I promised. So I hope you enjoy.